All right, good morning. Good morning. This is High Priestess Jamila. I am down here getting me some soda and then checking on these candles. How is everybody doing this Wednesday morning? Um, all right. Oops. Okay. So my spirits yesterday, they were coming through really, really strong yesterday. Um, People don't tend to take it seriously. They don't tend to take spiritual stuff seriously. And I just wanted to come and speak on how people do need to start taking this more seriously. If you have, let me pause this. I was watching a movie. People don't want to take it seriously, you know? And I think that if people are sort of raised to believe in things that are the unbelievable, and they tend to not care, or they tend to not take it seriously. They think it's a joke. But my spirits were so strong yesterday that somebody decided, oh, I need to call the police because I'm scared. That's exactly why the police got called. I got the police called on me yesterday, on me, for sending spiritual messages to people. You cannot call the police on a witch's spirits. They're invisible. They exist in the etheric realm, and they do have access to the subconscious. And for somebody to call the police, that means one or two things. Either they feel intimidated or they feel scared. That's just like that woman that tried to file a restraining order against Beyonce for doing witchcraft on her. You can't call the police on a witch's spirits. They're invisible. they they're not actual people with physical bodies. It's what people have to understand. And that, you can get intimidated or you can get scared all you want, but in reality, these spirits will move that work, and calling the police ain't going to do nothing. Um, if you are threatening somebody, stalking somebody, harassing somebody, using revenge channels against somebody, because there is a such thing as revenge channels. I believe that there are some people that created these revenge channels, and it sort of took off where, there's these channels that are set up strictly around getting revenge on a specific person or people. Oh, you can come to my channel and I will slander them or harass them, use horrible words against them. Um, and I've noticed that these revenge channels, they quite often seem to call the police and file false reports against people. The police aren't going to be able to do anything about it. The police can't remove a curse from you. The police cannot help you in that. They can't. And if you don't want to get threatened by a witch spiritually, because evidently my spirits was so strong that these people felt threatened. They felt threatened by spirit, which is the only reason why you would call the police on somebody. It is nothing that the police are going to be able to do for you ever about that. In fact, you need to be careful, because if something were to happen to a person in that time frame, you know that what goes around comes around. Okay, first of all, there is nothing illegal about witchcraft, but I can tell you that some of these people, they try to purposely make witches look bad, purposely. But there's nothing illegal about it. And I was actually looking at a video the other day where this person was saying, "Oh, witches are they are terrorizing people. This is abuse and da 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 da." But they failed to mention what they did that resulted in that. And I know I'm not the type of person that just goes around threatening people. I realize that there are some witches on here that do that. I'm not one that does that. So, and it's unfair being judged by the behavior of other people, which is why I cannot stand it when people judge people based upon other people's behavior. If somebody else does something that is their own choice to do what they want to do, it has nothing to do with an individual person. I believe in individualism. I don't believe that people should be judged by a group, or just because one group does this, then that means that you must be the same, because that's not the truth. If my spirits ever threaten you, calling the police to my house ain't gonna do nothing. In fact, it ain't gonna do nothing, but you end up being put in jail eventually. And no, witches are not just some scourge of society that you think that you can just, do whatever you want. And, we're not living in Bible days. We're not. We're living in the 21st century. Okay. And it is what it is. I couldn't believe these people, after threatening me, after calling me out of my name, after threatening bodily harm to me, my spirits would be so strong to where you felt you had to call the police on me. Now, in a normal situation, a person shouldn't have your address. But when you think about people that you know personally that know your address, my address has been in the public. I have a public local business. So we're not hiding anything over here. We ain't got nothing to hide over here. Calling the police ain't gonna do nothing but piss the person's spirits off. You know? And then lying and bearing false witness. That's a big thing. That's a big no-no. You shouldn't do that. You know? I think that the best policy is to just quit messing with witches. Don't mess with us. If you get so intimidated or scared, or their spirits come at you and because you're attacking them, what can you do? You can't do nothing. Okay? Stop trying to fight against women's rights. Stop. That's what that's about. It's about trying to control somebody. It's about trying to tell them what to do, trying to make them do what you want them to do. Okay? That's what that's about. If you feel that a witch's spirits are so strong that you got to call the police on them, then you need to leave that witch alone. Just leave the witch alone. That's all you got to do. Obviously, you're just going to be going back and forth. Obviously, you're doing something that you should not be doing. You're doing something that you should not be doing. And just like your spirits and your ancestors, whatever it is that they're doing, they have the right to speak. So does another person. Okay. Anytime somebody is contacting any kind of authorities or dialing 911 or doing things like that, that means that you're scared. That means that an actual spirit must have shown up and persuaded you to call the police. I believe karma will be happening and coming to those that do stuff like that. Okay. If you start a fight with or you start a war with a witch, calling the police means that you lost. That's what that means. That means that you lost the battle. And you need to leave said witch alone. When it gets to that point, now I'm going to be honest with you. I have angels all around this house. Anybody that comes to my house, I've had incidences or whatever to where I've had normal occurrences, but for you to think that you're going to get lucky one day and the police are just going to, walk up to my house and start shooting at me, because that's really what they want. That's really what they want. They're hoping that you will get killed or something. They're hoping that something will happen. Well, my house is surrounded by angels. Okay, this is a home of love and peace over here. This is a home with children and a mother that loves her children. This is a home of serenity, of tranquility. This is not a home where there's demons, roaming around. No, there are literal angels surrounding my property. They are not going to let anything happen to me. I didn't get swatted. I guess I used the wrong term. Swatting is when like you have a SWAT team that shows up or something like that and guns drawn. No, that's not what happened. It was more like a wellness check. If my spirits get you to the point, don't project that onto me because I was fine. Don't project your fear onto me. That's what that was about. You wanted to be well yourself, and it made you feel better to know that the police showed up at my house because you were feeling some type of way, not me. Witchcraft will never be illegal, just like having the right of your freedom of your religion. Everybody has the right to believe in what they want to believe in. The police can't take that right from somebody. We're not living back in the times where especially not with me. So but what my spirits told me about that, it was like, well, we was, and I'll be honest with you, if something like if you were to drop your phone in the toilet or something, or your screen was to get cracked or something, you can't be using your phones and your cell phones and things like that to file false reports against people. In reality, you filed a false report because you were afraid of my spirits, and you should be afraid of my spirits. You should be. especially if you are only if you are threatening me, only if you are threatening my children, only. Okay, if you have no reason to be afraid of me unless you have a foul intent against me. Otherwise, there's no reason for you to be afraid. If you were somebody that got scared yesterday, then you need to leave my spirits alone. When you get so afraid that you call the police on a witch, leave it alone. Period. Because I could feel my spirits yesterday. They were pissed. My spirits was pissed yesterday at these people and what they were doing online. Has nothing to do with my home, the people in my home. Like I said, this is a family over here. Okay. These are children over here that I have raised. Literally, all of my children, I raised them from a baby. There was never a time where they lived somewhere else for a long period of time. My children were always with me, always. So, this is a home and a family. Just because I don't have a man living here doesn't mean that this is not a home. Okay? Because this is a home because there's love here. And anybody that you send to my house instantly, they're going to pick up on my angels. They're going to be met by my angels. Period. The best thing for you to do if you have a beef with a witch, I realize that there are people that I used to know that are not very spiritual, that, they have issues. You need to stop being so persuaded to do your little revenge channels, because my spirits is coming for anybody that is messing with me. They are. They coming for anybody that's messing with me. I don't have any reason to be afraid of anything. And I'm not. I know a lot of people probably think that I'm crazy because of that. Well, that's on you. Okay. I'm not too afraid to experience life. It's called life. Okay. That's what we're living here is life. Hello, Jacksonville. Hello. Yeah. Calling the police on a witch's spirits is not going to do you any good. It's not going to somehow stop what's happening. In fact, it can make it worse. And now that you know how strong my spirits can be, because I took down a few of those videos. I probably shouldn't have took them down. I should have left them up, the ones on the backup channel. I should have left them up. If you are intimidated by a athame and a flame, okay, because that's pretty much what happened. There was, if you saw my other channel, you saw that I was doing a very effective technique for enemy attacks because I was being attacked yesterday by a lot of different people. Now, I would say if you know a witch that has been spiritually attacked by over 100 people or more at a time, and that witch is not succumbing to that, because any other witch on here would not have been able to handle that. And they know it. They know it. They can dish, but they can't take it. Okay. If you know that I have been attacked spiritually by hundreds of people before because you brought that energy to me, and you can see that all it does is make me stronger, I would leave me alone. I would leave that alone. Obviously, that person has some very, very strong spirits. Obviously, for me to survive attacks that were meant to kill me. They were trying to send me death magic yesterday, all kind of stuff. People that really don't realize that, you know, You don't really know death magic. I can feel your intent, but as far as the result of your intent ain't gonna never happen over here. What people need to do is just show respect for my spirits. Otherwise, they're just gonna continue to curse you. Show some respect for people's spirits. Okay. Yeah. Because I've been in situations, I've been spiritually attacked by over 100 people, and I've actually called the police. That was years ago, though. I've called the police years ago. I don't call the police no more for stuff like that. Now, if one person can bring about that much fear into you to where you have to call the police on somebody, I would leave that person alone. I understand that there are some people that they judge based upon size or quantity. Well, I'm just one person. If I'm able to stand up to hundreds of people, hundreds, and which is equivalent to thousands when you think about the spirit realm, and when 80 to 90% of your spirits will take a look at me and walk away, because I've seen spirits try to come in and then they'll take one look at me and they'll just we ain't doing this. We ain't messing with her. You got to let it go. You cannot control the spirits in that way. If you are trying to control me, you are trying to control God. And that ain't going to happen. Okay. So yesterday, my enemies got so intimidated that they called the police because my spirits were way too strong for them to handle. My suggestion, I realize that there's some people that, they didn't really have people looking out for them and let them know what they need to do, especially when it comes to their parents. Being that I'm a parent, if I were your parent, I would say leave that person alone. You get so scared that you have to call the police on somebody. That means that you need to leave somebody alone. I ain't even left my house. I have not left my house. I don't know where you're at, but my spirits do. They know where you're at. My spirits don't need your address to know where you're at. They're going to find you. That's not how the spirit realm works. I know there's a lot of people that don't believe in that, but whether or not you believe in it or not does not matter. Normally, I don't even do that kind of work, but the work had to be done because people are getting tired of codependent people that can't move on. You're codependent, you need to move on, and you need to get to a different subject altogether. Okay. So hold on, y'all. You know, it just it is what it is. I and you know what? Start thinking about the things that you're doing to other people. Okay. Start thinking about other people. Trolling people ain't going to change this. Trolling a chat room is not going to change this ever. Ever. It's not. And y'all, I am really, really like at this point, I am very, very careful about the people that I associate myself with, because I know for a fact that these two women that recently parted ways with my spirits. They are trying to be, what's the word that I'm looking for? Rebellious. These spirits are invisible. You can't see them. You can't shoot them. You can't even really banish them. You can't. Okay. These two women that, literally are, they don't take it seriously. And I would hope that that's not them still trolling me. I am extremely disappointed in these women. Trust me, my spirits are extremely disappointed. There's no actual witchcraft, there's no readings, there's no hardly nothing going on. And that doesn't represent me. What we do is we do pure, raw magic and spiritual work, witchcraft. That's what we do. If you are threatening me and my family and my reputation in any way, my spirits are going to see the same result. Imagine now, normally that work that I was doing yesterday, I normally don't publicize it. So I can do that kind of work any day. And I ain't got to say nothing. And I ain't got to show it to you either. So if my spirits was able to make you feel that way just because you were able to see it, what makes you think to the point where you had to call the police? What makes you think that they can't get to you when I'm not showing it? Okay. So, you know, and I'm prepared for whatever comes. We're always prepared. Okay. So just to let y'all know, I won't be doing that anymore. I won't be showing the work that I do. As far as that is concerned, we were doing that for my people who, for some reason, they think they can just bully people. For some reason, they think they just say whatever they want to say about a person and just bully a person and just slander a person. Well, see, now you can see if my spirits intimidated you to the point where you had to dial the police, something is up with that. I would leave that person alone. That's what would be my what do you call that? It's common sense. Okay, and usually I'm not even a defensive person like that. The reason why I'm being defensive is because I am being offended. And you cannot attack me just because I sent your bad energy back to you. Keep your bad energy to yourself. The only people that I have to people's bad energy that I have to deal with is my loved ones and my clients. Otherwise, I don't have to deal with and process your bad energy. I don't have to do that. So now you can see that when people lost a spiritual war, they call police. You don't need to be hanging with witches. You need to just leave witches and witchcraft alone, period. I know it's people that are wrapped up in their own little world. But there is another world that you don't know about because I do work in the underworld. I do have access to the underworld. And whether or not I tell you about it or not, these spirits can come to you and wreak havoc in your life. And they will continue to wreak havoc in your life as long as you are attacking me. Okay, all is fair in spiritual war. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you something. And see, there's already been a report. All of it is being reported. All of these people that want to hang around witches and be disrespectful to God and be disrespectful to spirit, trust and believe your day will come. Every time, because my business is local, my address is out there. Okay. I'm a local business in my town. You and the incidents, not you and the incidents, but the incidents, because you never know where it came from, where the call came from. You actually can ask the police where the call came from. They legally have to tell you who called. Legally, they do, I believe. Okay. It will be reported to the FBI. If you've got the right to come and turn on your camera and place judgment against somebody, call them out of their name, then witches have the right to protect themselves. And I believe that witches and high priestesses have been taken advantage of for a very long time. I believe that it is the other way around. This is why I keep this is why I keep to myself a lot, because I have found that the more people that I know personally, the more free work I'm doing for them. So I keep just a few people around, just really just one person. That's it, and my children. That's it. Otherwise, I keep to myself. Besides my clients, those are the ones that I have to deal with. Nobody else. My loved ones, my children, my clients. That's it. And of course, my bill collectors. That's it, though. Okay, I don't have to deal with anybody else. That is the way that I want it. I made that choice. I saw that first of all, what irritated me just recently is that not only was I doing free work for this person daily, but this person was also begrudging me behind my back and stabbing me in the back. When I made the choice to let that person go, this person decided, oh, I'm going to lie on her. I am going to spread falsehoods about her business because I am upset that I can't get free work out of that person. And I am not going to be used like that. I am not nobody's battery or anybody's footstool to where anything that they want done. That's why I don't have any, that's why I don't have no friends, because friends, they just want free work. But when you become a witch, for some reason, these so-called friends, they want to call you every day with their problems, and they want to put their bad spirits off on you for you to process them. That's why I don't answer my phone, except if you're a client, guys. And then also, I'm not going to be answering these emails and stuff like that. I don't do that. That is not how my spirits work. In fact, this discussion is over. I'm going to come back and let you guys know how to get a reading, how to get services from me. Emailing me back and forth, that's not how we do things over here. Because again, if I am communicating with you, I am communing with your spirits. Everybody knows that if you want a reading and if it's meant for you to speak to me or talk to me, you're going to go and pay for your reading and then you're going to schedule it. I don't have to answer my phone or talk to nobody that has not paid in advance for their reading. Okay, I know some people might find my phone number or something, based upon an ad, or maybe you may find an old video of mine from a year ago, and you may want to contact me, just to see if I'm still here, which I'll always be here. My business will always be, always. Okay. Other than that, if you're somebody emailing me back and forth and doing all that stuff, I don't have to answer you. And I don't want to be rude because I'm not a rude person. But I see I'm gonna have to start cracking down on this, because when you start to communicate with me, you're touching me. You're trying to touch me in some kind of way, and my spirits are they are. I'm gonna tell you something. My spirits are very much so on the defense right now. Okay, you know that saying, if you scared, go to church. That's what I would suggest, because I know for a fact that that person that called the police because they were afraid. You wasn't afraid for me. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Michaela, I don't believe in all witches are bad. I think that people can bring out the negativity in a person, and because I'm not the type of person that attacks people unprovoked. I am a very sound mind, body, and spirit, and I just don't do things like that. And it sucks. It sucks that people, what they will do is they will poke the bear, poke the bear, poke the bear, poke the bear. And you can poke the bear all you want. I actually have a deity that guards over my house too, that is an actual bear, but it's she can actually manifest herself as a woman as well. Okay. So, you just got to be careful. You got to be careful messing with folks. Don't mess with everybody. See that, I think that this is how, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I believe that my spirits are gonna be laying down some karma to the person that did that. They saw that as an attempt on my life, even though if somebody shows up at my house, they are going to meet my spirits. They are. I've seen it happen. Um, I've seen people walk up in a very aggressive mood, and by the time they got to my door, all that aggression went away. Okay. So, what was I going to say? I kind of lost track of what I was going to say, y'all. I was going to make a point, but hello, one EQ. Good morning. So, you just got to be careful, man. Just leave the witch alone. The witches are often loners. We're loners. In fact, there's a lot of witches you won't, if they don't have children, they're either married or they either got somebody in their life. They keep their circle. I know that for me personally, I keep my circle really small, to the point where it's nobody but me, my clients, my family, my loved ones. That's it. And I'm not really letting no new people in. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. After attempting to have friends, I'm not doing it no more. I consider my clients to be my friends because my clients trust me. That's who I want to be friends with, because they trust me. Okay. Somebody that is like that, like these people that I tried to be cool with, total mistake. Like, my spirits have have literally made that judgment to where there will be no new friends and no old friends either, because my old friends they turned out to be backstabbers. Okay. I talked to a few select people in my family who are in my bloodline. That's it. I am pretty much a loner. I mind my own business. I bring joy and happiness to my family and to the people that deserve it. But if you are attacking me, my spirits will attack you. And I don't always show that kind of work. I do that kind of stuff every once in a while when I need to. I don't normally show that kind of work. And y'all can get a glimpse of it in that Santa Muerta video live that I did yesterday. You can get a glimpse of it, but the real dark and my spirits was, oh, they went real dark yesterday. And somebody got scared. Don't mess with the witch, because you may be in a position with my spirits. I'm shocked that my spirits even let you do that. I'm shocked that they even let you do that. Because a lot of times my spirits, they can literally freeze you up. So if you are somebody that has done something to me in the past, it's probably best to go ahead and just purge yourself of it and let it go and move forward, because my spirits are not going to continue to play around with you. They not. Okay, if you're not actively doing anything against me, my spirits will let it go. They'll let you walk away. Walk away, turn away, and run. If you are somebody that has a problem with me, because I've let it go. I honestly, these people that have had beef with me for years, I don't even care anymore. My spirits care when they can see you doing stuff. But other than that, I done moved on. There's way more fish to fry. There's too much to experience when it comes to life and joy and happiness. And see, I'm going to be honest with you. Yesterday, there was quite a bit of energy that was flowing to me that was very, very sacred. Okay, so if you were looking for energy, the police can't give you that. Okay, and I'm telling you, when especially when you got somebody that's constantly in meditation, don't try to disturb my peace, because my spirits will take all of yours if you do that. Don't do it, not even a little bit, because you know what? It's not funny at all. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna try to get back to more of the spiritual topics. Okay, in fact, on the Sabbath day, which today is the last day officially of the Sabbath, I believe, or was it yesterday? Was the last day officially of the Sabbath. I was communing with my spirits, and then I could see people doing back to back shows about me. And see, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. It is. Okay. Don't put stuff out in the airways, y'all that are doing these videos and stuff. And I realize that about myself. That's why I don't talk about people. You are using the energy and power of air and communication. And my spirits are very, very um, serious about that. Don't slander me. Don't lie on me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Because you know what? I don't do that to other people. I don't just attack people. I don't. Okay. So y'all be cool, and just don't do that. Whoever that is that is doing that, look, this ain't no game over here. This is not no game. Cause and see, I ain't trying to threaten nobody, but I can't tell you what my spirits are gonna do to you in response to what you did to me yesterday. Okay, even though the officers that showed up, they were really sweet and kind people. It wasn't even that big of a deal, but it's just the point that person's intent was to try to put me and my family in danger. And see, my spirits don't really work that way. Okay, it was a black dog in my front yard a few days ago, and he looked like he was looking for food or something. You know, That's not the environment that's over here. We don't have a police calling environment over here at all. Michaela, there's a lot of different ways you can tell if you're a witch. Typically, it's just your intuition that will tell you, but there are a lot of signs. Number one, being outcasted is a huge sign. When you are a person that is an introvert, that people are a little put off by you. Okay, usually, and see, I'm really good at spotting other witches. So, you know, but the way that I do it is I go by, like, when I look at a person, I just know just by their voice, their spirits, their ancestors that I'm picking up on. That's how I can usually tell if another person is a witch. So a lot of you that are attracted to my channel, the reason why you're attracted to the channel is more than likely because you have some kind of witchcraft in your bloodline. 'Cause a lot of my people that come over here, they're very spiritual people. Either witches, warlocks, healers. It's all the same. I think that having a healing ability, though, that's something altogether different. I think that being an actual healer is rare, like an actual person that can actually heal people. That's pretty rare. And I think that that's really what the energy is that these people are usually searching for, is healing energy. Okay, because it's needed more now, more than ever, is healing energy is needed. And a lot of people feel that they are entitled to that energy. And what they will do is they will try to siphon that energy, which is ridiculous. That's just like if you step to any deity, you have to be respectful. So, when you're dealing with a witch, or when you're dealing with a person that is working with deities and spirits, they're going to expect for you to be respectful. Otherwise, you ain't going to get nothing, because you're not entitled to it. You see all the people dying and getting sick out here. This obvious is just not something that you can just, walk up to a hospital and just receive all the time, even though a lot of those nurses and doctors are legit healers, legit healers. Okay. They just have to deal with bureaucracy and stuff like that. But, other than that, healing energy is very precious. It is very valuable, and spirits are really, really, really cracking down on people that are trying to steal energy, because the way they see it is that if you're trying to steal it, you don't deserve it. And I can tell you that just because I was a thief a couple of lifetimes ago. I was a thief. I was a bank robber 2 lifetimes ago. So I can tell you, because of the suffering that my soul has done, because the life that I lived taught me a lot. Because I was a thief, like I was stealing money, and I was a bad person. I can admit to that. I was a bad person. Okay. So stealing is never good. Never. I don't even know why people even still do it. But when it comes to spiritual energy, when somebody's trying to take your energy, for me, because I'm so overprotective of self, it makes me feel sort of uncomfortable. So I can tell when people are trying to steal my energy, and I don't like it. I don't like it, because people will take from you to where you don't have nothing left for yourself or your family. And I'm an extremely giving person. In fact, I'm gonna go live probably in a few hours and do some live readings for y'all. So y'all can look forward to that, just so that we can, get our minds off of a lot of the stuff that has been transpiring. Um, I'm not here to give just to give my life to nobody. No, I am not Jesus. I ain't even trying to be. In fact, my spirits want me to use as much as possible for me and my family because we had been neglected for so long. Okay. You got to understand how strong the spirit can be once it's been neglected and it's needed something for so long. So trust me, it's not desperation. It's very serious. I'm just as serious about my own energy as these other people are about using my energy and my image. Okay. But anyway, all right, y'all. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Y'all have a wonderful day. How to get a reading though? You don't email me. I don't really even answer emails. I don't answer emails. I don't really have time for that. If you're meant to be a client, then you're just gonna go to either Etsy or either you're gonna find my Cash App info, and there's no need to call me first. Okay, that's just like when I do certain stuff. Y'all know that I don't throw my cards for everything. I don't. Some stuff is meant to be a surprise sometimes. So when you're getting a reading, it's not just about telling the future. The future can always be changed, which is what I always tell people. If I see something negative in your future, it's something that you can change. And if it's something that's unavoidable, then it depends on what spirits is saying and why that is happening. So you just gotta have trust. You just gotta have trust in your spirit guides for real. If you don't have spirits and guides that you can trust, then something ain't right. Okay. I believe in that. I believe in trust. Okay. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Peace and love.